Hello everyone, I'm back again with the Figma overview of the project wireframe version. So just a quick walkthrough. I believe most of you all saw it. Some comments here and whatnot I've noticed. So we're gonna go through the comments. I'm gonna answer whichever comment questions that was left, and just mainly anything that has to do with the layout of the project. Okay, so we have here that we have a logo. So the logo, not really necessarily important, but all the assets will be uploaded to our Trello team board here. The logo, it might just be plain text here, or I might just put the Dev Collab logo up here. Then again, we have, does this mean animation? Oh, so this anime link here. No, it's just a link to another page. Yes, I remember this one here. So let's take off all comments for a section. So these are just links in our navbar component. So we have a link to a home page, TV shows page, a movies page, an anime page. Just different category of shows or movies. It's just part of our nav. Then we have a little search here, which we will when the user clicks, they can search through movies and whatnot. We have our sign up and login buttons. They will just be static for now. Um, Once we get the overall front end project and the API working and everything set up going nice and neatly, we can go into a more advanced section of the project where we have the backend features of sign up and login for users and whatnot. So the top part here is just it will just have a featured movie or movie of the month, whichever we can pull from the movie database API. So you just have the name of the movie, a brief description, and a little watch now button. Probably not going to do anything, just there for aesthetic purposes. These black boxes just means they're just placeholder, which means an image or a media file of some sort will be here. So the movie image will be here or a video. And at the bottom here, we have two categories: recently added movies and action movies. They don't. So if we are able to pull most recently added movies, like movies that from 2019 or recently added movies to the databases, they will be here. You'll have the title of the movie instead of special feature, and then just another link to view more details of that particular movie. We will have action movies, which is the same thing. So it'll just be different types of action movies with a name and a link to that details page of that particular movie. Most viewed, something similar to what we have here for future movie. Um, I don't know if the API has a most viewed. Well, we can probably substitute that with something else. And just a brief description of that particular movie, maybe the actors, and then a link or whatnot to see more details of that particular movie. We have a call to action, which just you sign up for a free trial. Contact this right here is just static, just adds more aesthetics to the overall page, and then our footer of the links from above, and then it's going to be our logo right here instead of trade, and our social icons and a little whoops or a little copyright at the bottom. Nothing too fancy, just to get us up and running. Most of these media files is going to be images brought in from the movie database, so it's not going to be up on the Trello board. Mostly everything here will be filled in from the movie database, because when you pull the API, it will give you an image and other features. So we don't have too much assets to add on. The only assets will be these social media links, and I will have them on our Trello board. So second, we will be using the movie database API. So to register for that, you'll go to the moviedatabase.org, register, like you would register for most any service. Once you get to your profile and everything going, you'll go to settings. Let's go settings here. And you scroll on down to API, you would select the API. And then here we'll give you all directions and everything, how to set up your API. You'll get an API key with the version. It will give you an example API request and whatnot. So your API key is used for making requests to the API to get back our information we will need to be displayed on our page. I would recommend that most of us just have our own API key, because if we use one API key, we could possibly run into restrictions, because the API key allows 40 requests per minute or an hour. I can't remember which is. So just so any of us don't bump into that, I would just suggest that we get our own API key. It's not a big deal if I'll put my API key in the project when we get to that point, but it'll be just better so you don't have any errors or hit that wall of too much requests. So an example here. So I put in, this is a Postman I'm using. It lets you, it's an API testing environment where you can handle requests, different kind of requests and whatnot. If you guys want to know more about that, I will post a link to how to get it set up and how to use it. So here I have the movie database API request here. It's a get request, which means I'm requesting to get information or get data from that particular endpoint. So it will go version 3 of the API. I'm searching for a movie with the ID of 550, I believe, and here's my API key parameter. And it will bring me back, when I send that request, it will bring me back, give me back this JSON data of all different information and whatnot. Movie title, language, popularity, the production companies, all sorts of information particular to that movie ID. So that's what we'll be taking in our project and using those data to fill in our site, all the fields and whatnot. Lastly, when it comes on our GitHub, I would suggest everyone pull from development environment or pull from master first, and then work on your own branch, I believe, or development branch. And yep, we take it from there. And when we're ready to push or whatnot, we'll make a pull request. But yep, that's everything for the project setup and the wireframe overview. Thank you all for watching again.